Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Old Dominion Monarchs. And the Monarchs will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Blue Hens offense will have the football first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down in the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a...
Turning it on! And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. From the gun, the give, looking for room. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Blue Hens in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Caught in the backfield, it's Watkins. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Blue Hens are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. At the 40, there he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
What a great run there. On 3rd-and-1 situation, though, David, that has got to be demoralizing for a defense because they were packed up close to the line of scrimmage, expecting run on that one.
They're playing aggressive, but great offenses have the ability in predictable situations like 3rd and 1 to get first downs.
Punts it out of the air. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Watkins. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards up to the field.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And when you're on defense and it's wet, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor using a timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Quarterback keeper. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points they could.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Delaware.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Monarchs offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Monarchs will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Takes it on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The offense changing the play. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Here comes the heat. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Connection to the right. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. The Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Got a man. It's Watkins.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
Makes the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this...
And they will score! Touchdown, Delaware! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but it's a dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll send the back in motion. On third down, he drops to throw. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down. And the Monarchs will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Caught over the middle. It's Watkins.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
From the gun, the ground game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Blue Hens are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Wants to throw on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Blue Hens will punt this one away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Got enough for the first. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Running into the open space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Hands it off. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Sweet cut there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Runs through the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. He'll toss it. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. The Monarchs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll run the sneak for it. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. The inside handoff. Breaks into the open. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Blue Hens come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
He's got him. Got room at the 35. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
The Blue Hens are marching down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
And the Blue Hens will snap it on 1st and 10. Try to get it to the edge. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Gets it to him on the screen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. We'll try to get him going there. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Zings it complete to the right. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. The Blue Hens had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Makes the grab on the left. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1.
Here we go, sack.
Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Hens! They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Monarchs want to move quickly. Let's talk for just a minute about Old Dominion. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home. Now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Fareed. They'll wrestle it down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Monarchs are facing 3rd and inches. Catch in the middle. It's Fareed. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere. Football that time offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one deep down the right side. Fires into traffic, picked off.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's the handoff. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Blue Hens with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Makes the grab. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Delaware! And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He'll start this drive firing. It's complete to the right. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Fareed. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down.
At the 26-yard line. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Wants to throw again. Hit as he throws. Got him downfield. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
1st down for the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lemon.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's what he catch you, big fella.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Wide open downfield. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. And the Monarchs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Good enough for a 1st down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The short hands, it's Fareed. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him in that last play.
And the pressure gets to him again, another sack.
And this defense doing a really good job with situational football. Both drives. Last drive gave up some yards, 0 points. This drive forcing a 3rd and long. You bring on the pass rushers, you get after them in a predictable situation.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Good right down the boulevard.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Out of bounds at the 36-yard line, and solid work by the return team on that one. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He might want another play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. To make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Unloads to the wideout. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, we haven't seen this very much today. A quarterback missing on a pass. Of course, his offense is rolling right now. He's already thrown 2 TDs. He's in a very, very good rhythm. The defense needed a play like that to try to catch their breath and maybe gain some momentum.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the third quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
The Monarchs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires to the right. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. And the Monarchs line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got it near midfield. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Toss to the outside. Slithers into space. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Touchdown, Blue Hens! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by 8 over Florida. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it, looking to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The play action fake. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offense.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Monarchs will punt it away on fourth down. Wants to return it. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Blue Hens with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blue Hens are on the move.
Ready.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Finds his big tight end. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and goal. That's room for the quarterback to run and a lot of receivers for the defense to contend with. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware. Fit it in the window for the score.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense. Spread them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And the point after is good. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep, and they get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the...
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Monarchs decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
There he goes. Touchdown, Delaware. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Smashes through the tackle. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got him. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Fareed.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll get rid of it. Catch in the middle, it's Fareed. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Monarchs with the 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Lets it fly. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Wants to throw again. Into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Singh. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Now, that was a blitz from the middle linebacker. That's one the offensive line should have picked up, regardless of what the pass protection was. Sliding or going base man-to-man or fanning out, you generally...
Turning it on! Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Blue Hens will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Makes the catch. It's Fareed. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. And the Monarchs can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the lone running back. He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. The Monarchs are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires on the move. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. To the air on 1st down. Right on the money.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And the Blue Hens can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Fighting for the goal line, and the ball's out. Touchdown, Blue Hens! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This defense has been flying around. They are everywhere. There's 6 sacks on the day, spreading it around, multiple people coming from every angle. This QB has had a nightmare of a day.
Strong, firm tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Monarchs will call on their punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because he gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get it free.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Monarchs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
And how about the hat trick? like adding insult to injury. You got him in passing situation. You know what's coming. All I'm doing right now is trying to pad my stats and get those sacks.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Monarchs will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Quarterback empties his backfield. Dropping back, it's Henry. Grabbed over the middle, it's Johnson. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Blue Hens have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Quickly to the tight end. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
Complete to the left. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back to throw, it's Henry. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. As they come to the line on 3rd down, already 2 for 2 on this drive, going for the hat trick and the score. They just keep firing. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware. And they take it in for 6 more points. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They've got the screen set up, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Monarchs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And the Blue Hens in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
22 water.
Looking to throw, it's Henry. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
The hand to the running back. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Coffey. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off play action on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run play action. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. And the Monarchs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. He wants it all. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Henry. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Blue Hens line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. It's complete. There he goes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Slings it downfield. On target to the left. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. He's at the 30. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Got his man on the right. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Delaware.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal.
Cooler 18.
Takes the handoff. It's Singh. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And he puts through the extra point. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.